Hey, it's Generoso with Berkshire Greenscapes on this lovely April spring day. Today we're going to be pruning the weeping cherry tree. This is a very well established weeping cherry, so there's not much corrective pruning that we're going to be doing, but we're just going to try to open it up and give it a little bit more breathing room, meaning space in between each of the branches, and give it a little bit more aesthetic space. Okay, so what I'm doing right now on the weeping cherry is I'm just trying to isolate some of the smaller ones that don't really add to the aesthetic of the cherry. Try to really encompass the integrity of each tree. Each tree grows a little bit differently. This one has a little bit of a unique shape, I think, because we had to take out some bigger shrubs and things around it, so it kind of grew around it, and now it's coming into its own. So what I'll do is I'll just try to isolate the small ones, and this kind of work is it's not tedious. I like to say it's meditative because you can really hone in and get an idea of the shape, and as you do it, I think the integrity of the tree really comes to life in a way. So a lot of people try to, get all the rubbing branches, but I mean, that's really subjective with a tree like this, because you're always going to have rubbing branches, and the rubbing branches on this type of tree really add to the look of the tree. So I think you just have to be very selective. Like little stuff like this that goes like up and over, I think you really want to get that. And you also want to get any branches that are moving inward as well. And I think really the main thing is to concentrate on those little small ones, and then you can really kind of get the bigger ones that make a bigger impact. But if you start with the small ones, then you really get to see which ones you should prune and which ones you can leave. A lot of people think that cutting right now is going to cut off the blooms, which yes, you are, but it's actually going to make the blooms that are on the tree last even longer. So here we are after we've done a lot of the opening up of the weeping cherry. My opinion, it looks a lot more airy. It looks a lot better, and like we said, you know, we're going to be coming into blooming season. Usually that's around Mother's Day, middle of May, for the weeping cherry here in the Northeast. So yeah, now these blooms are going to be healthier and last longer. We also, you know, tried to keep it as natural as possible, and again, with maintaining the integrity of the tree. We don't want to take off too much, and again, as I mentioned before, some rubbing branches, that's the nature of this tree, similar to like some kind of screening like a rhododendron or something like that. The nature is it for it to be rubbing branches, so it's not that we want to take every single rubbing branch off, but we just want it to be opened up and not so crowded looking. So there you have it, before and after.